One thing I like to tell women, you want to make an impression and you also want to be memorable. I will wear something that makes me feel the most confident, because when I feel the most confident, my responses are better, my energy is better, the way I articulate myself, assert myself, it's a put on. And every woman, I'm sure, has that outfit that makes you feel like just a boss or just a badass. Wear that.
My question as a business professional, what's the question I ask? Do you more confident, or are the clothes an expression of your confidence?
So I would say that the clothes in and of themselves don't make me confident. I would say that the clothes are of an expression or an outward manifestation of.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I like to say, and friends
You
who know me
getting
in real life
comfortable.
can go on record and say that I am not like a label. It's not about what brand it is, because I am here for a high low. I have on some Fashion Nova, uh, Amazon, Louis Vuitton, all in one outfit, right? So it's not the clothes themselves. It's the way that I walk. It's the my head being high, me, having my shoulders back and the posture, and me, not being timid and pulling back from going up and introducing myself to people, or going to the microphone and introducing myself in a room of 300 plus, people.
Right.
So it's not the clothes that do that. It's the investment, the changes that and the strategies and the consistency that I have been making in the way I care for myself, the way that I
Right.
invest in myself by learning, the way that I, carve out time for self-care, the time that I, carve out for physical activity and moving my body. Like the confidence, the clothes are now, the clothes are what they need to do, but it's because of the things that are happening in the background. If all that matters.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. What was I gonna say? Oh, so I want to do something different, and
Yep.
I want to ask you, for the business women or aspiring women in business
Yeah.
that are getting ready for a job interview or some kind of Zoom call or just the day-to-day corporate interactions, how
Yeah.
can they dress in their confidence? What would you, because I don't know, how y'all be doing y'all thing, so what would be a confident outfit for you if someone wanted to ask you about what to wear to an interview or
Yeah.
to the workplace?
I love this question because in my corporate space, I have sat at the interview table on panels, across the table from candidates who are there applying for a job. And so, what I will tell you is something that screams lack of confidence is an inappropriate outfit for the environment. Do some research on the organization. Like with the internet, everything is on the internet. The culture, the values, the mission. You should do some homework before you go sit down at an interview anyway. You should know something about the organization. And the workplace is not the club. One thing, I don't care if somebody's resume is impeccable. If a person sitting across the table from me and they look like they just left the club or just stopped by the interview on their way to the club, it's a no for me.
So
It
what?
is a no.
I say this. You were, but it probably like this in your profession, in your space, in your industry.
Yep.
What you wearing to work?
So some days I wear scrubs, which is great because I can just
Okay.
not have to think about it. But on the
Okay.
days that I am business casual, it
Yes.
is typically a shirt that's not revealing, low cut, showing the girls. The girls are put up and tucked away. Okay, that is not the environment. That is not the vibe. Usually, some slacks or some khakis. Not denim unless denim is approved on certain days of the week. There are dress down, days in some organizations where you can wear like a t-shirt or t-shirt, maybe jeans or khaki. But your club jeans are not that's ripped up, skin showing through. That is not for the workplace. It's not.
So what
Yeah.
about what about are you very I gotta put this calm, set of jewelry? Like,
So
what's your
I like
daily
statement
go-to?
jewelry. I like statement jewelry. So a necklace and earrings that
A
coordinate with the
statement piece?
outfit. Yeah, a statement piece or I know brooches are making a comeback. Men are into the brooches. Women are wearing brooches again. So some type of statement jewelry. Yeah, that's not inappropriate for work. For the workplace. What I've seen is a lot of clothes that are just too revealing and that don't, just because
Yeah.
it came in the size that you like to wear is not the size that you should be wearing
We should be
to work.
seeing what you got. Yeah. That's really that.
And
I
not to body, and this is not about body shaming. It's about there is in place for certain things. And
yeah.
all of your all of
Goods
your
don't need to be. You won't need no glass cookie jar. Put dark
yes.
colors.
No,
And
we don't see all of that. Now I will say, touching on color, that there is this idea that in corporate you have to be like boring and bland and have to wear just beige, black, gray, or khaki. No, you don't. You can still wear like a pop of color, whether that's a blouse, whether that's a blazer, whether that's a scarf.
yeah,
You still can make it interesting and put your own twist on it. But it's about the clothes being, they cover all the things that need to be covered. We shouldn't be seeing all that at work. So you can
yeah.
still put your touch on it, your flair. And even for me, like I typically, even when I go to conferences or workshops, I always wear either a statement piece of jewelry. Sometimes I wear a bold lip. Sometimes, but I definitely usually wear a color, whether that's a dress or at a minimum a colored blazer. Because one thing I like to tell women, you want to make an impression and you also want to be memorable. So I'm gonna give you a perfect example. You shared with me that you dyed your hair freshly. You made sure it was freshly dyed and it was orange in preparation, going back to that preparation word, for the
Yeah.
conference. And you know why? It made you memorable. Even if people didn't know your name, it was the dude with the orange hair. It's memorable. So something that separates you from the sea of other people in the room. That could be your glasses, ladies. That could be your necklace. It could be a brooch on your lapel. It could be the color of your dress. Something positively memorable. Not, oh, all of her breasts was spilling out the top of her dress, or oh, her skirt was so short that I saw her booty cheeks, or oh, she had on those jeans and they were ripped and I saw, all this extra thigh. No, that's not the kind of memory or impression we're trying to make. So I hope that answered the question.
Yeah, it did. That's your lane. What I noticed at the conference was, um, you know, y'all. I would hope that every woman can present herself as a prepared person. Because to me, I do identify that as being confident. I mean, yes, there are times we're late or we're less rehearsed, but the the thought process me says a lot. Um, I don't expect everyone to know what they want to eat, but if you know you hungry and you at the restaurant, that's way better. When we talked about what to wear, we talked about why you wear things that you wear. Um, when you are okay, this is a this is a different, I guess, take on a previous question. How does your wardrobe influence your presentation when you step into a room full of executives or potential
Okay.
clients? So you have what you would normally wear outside of scrubs in a professional environment. Are you wearing something different or more intentional when you're in an environment of, let's say, executives or potential clients?
So yeah. So it depends on the setting. Are we meeting at like in a corporate space, like in the boardroom? I like to know where the meeting is going to be held. And typically when you get the meeting invite, it tells you the location. So
Oh,
depending
okay. So
on the Mhm.
I was gonna say, so to kind of help you navigate to the answer, uh, you've experienced some executive corporate, you feel me, spaces that I ain't in yet, but this would be in a boardroom setting. So let's say someone's at their cubicle and they have their go-to outfit or go-to rotation of clothes, and they're like, hey, today we're inviting you to the boardroom for this special meeting. Please meet us tomorrow morning in the boardroom. What would I wear there that I normally probably won't wear at my cubicle?
So I would be a little curious and ask a clarifying question. Am I expected to contribute to the discussion? Am I presenting something? Is there like a project that my team has been working on and I have to present something? Or am I just going to be in the room to listen and observe? Because
So
that would,
let's do
I
this.
might dress differently if I was presenting.
Okay, so let's go there, because if that's, you know what, that's a different quality. So you made a great point. To me, if you're inviting me, I want to be ready to say something. You feel me? Like I either have to have orange hair or something that says, "Hey, what are you wearing and why are you here?" So to tie it all in, if we're expected to say something, what would you wear?
Yeah. I will wear something that makes me feel the most confident, because when I feel the most confident, my responses are better, my energy is better, the way I articulate myself, assert myself. It's a put on, and every woman I'm sure has that outfit that makes you feel like just a boss or just a badass. Wear that. As long as you're covered. Don't put on your club dress like, oh baby, I'll be pulling them when I put this on. Not that.